What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the 5th episode of Beats on Lockdown. I'm not even going to do one of those, long intros that I do sometimes, because I think this thing right here, I just need to get on and show you. I was looking for samples like around YouTube and stuff like that, and I found a pretty good one. I've got it made up in another song, so I'll show you that at the end. But I wanted like some really hard drums, something like a bit more different than I'd done before. And I remembered some drums I liked from Dr. Dre's song Lyrical Gangbang. I got the sample, I pulled them up. They're by like Led Zeppelin or someone. I kind of wanted them so I could play them on the keys, mess with them, and get them on their own track. First of all, like you do on an MPC, I cut out each drum sample. So that's a kick. I kind of like to leave the samples a bit longer because then you get some other parts of the drums and they're a bit more atmospheric. So here's the snare, here's the kick, and then the hi-hat. I wanted to be able to play it like on the keys down here. So what I did, I highlighted all of them, right-clicked, and then went down here to convert to new sampler track. Click that, went regions, because I've got it as 3 different regions, and just call it like hard drums or something. Click OK, and then it creates it as a MIDI track using what you got here, the EXS24 sampler, which is just the basic one that comes in Logic. That means that if you've got your keyboard plugged in, it puts it down as the very last note, and you can hear that. So that's pretty cool. One thing that I kind of made a mistake, it turned out to be like a good mistake, a helpful mistake, but I think if you did this for different songs and other tempos, it wouldn't work. So I'm not sure the tempo of the original sample, and so I dragged it into my project, which was at 95 BPM, and so that means that you can hear with the click, it's out of time. So that meant that the drums, they're kind of out of time, and so that left it a bit out of time, but gave it a bit more swing. As I said before, I'm not sure that this would work with a different drums or anything like that. Put one on each track, so we've got the kick here as well. We want to go on this one, and then it's every quarter. We get the hi-hat going. And that sounds cool, but obviously snare and hi-hats are sampled in stereo, but the kick was like way too kind of, not atmospheric, but it just, if you listen to it with headphones, you hear what I mean. You can't really get it in the center, and I like my kick to be mono. So what I went down here, and I've got a plugin by Isotope, which is also an imager, and it's free, so you can easily get that. And basically you just pull the width down, so you can see here that there should be a straight line in the middle. So that's probably a bit too wide. If we pull it straight, that's proper mono. So maybe 74, so that should sound good. Yeah, you just drag in your pattern, and then you're good to go. Get the triplets going maybe. I'm now going to take you over to the track I made. You can see what you think about the drums in there. So I got the track pulled up here. I'm going to solo the drum bus because I've already mixed it. I haven't quite mastered it. I added in like a funk break loop. Hand it to one side, cut the frequencies down, it just adds a little more. The drum samples are from that Led Zeppelin song, and I used exactly the same process to do this. I was just showing you how to do it before so I didn't get confused with the track and it got in the way. So have a listen. But maybe we can go in and fatten the kick up with a console EQ. So vintage, console, and this is just a couple things, so here we go. I think that gives it a bit more body, all that. It might be a bit distracting with this panned into one ear, but I do balance it out. I've got the sample going, filtered out the bass of the sample, boosted that, and then got some horns going. obviously you can see here that I used the EXX Trickthor, and those are the drums that I used. It kind of makes like a little kit. As I said before, one thing that I really like to do in tracks, if I don't think like a bass guitar is going to fit the track, I'll take the same sample and solo out the bass by putting an EQ on it, and so that just leaves me with the bass frequencies. It's just really fanning it up, put a bit of compression on it. See, the threshold's really low because there's a kick in it, and I want to kind of, you know, bring it down and control it all. Bring it up a bit, ratio and all that. See the bass compressor, and really I try and make a balance. So that one has all the frequencies from about 400 to 60, and so my main, the low cut, starts at about 400, and you can really hear it. You might think the bass isn't really there. But if I take away the bass, you can really hear it makes a difference. So you know, I think the bass really carries the track, along with the fatness of the kick. And then I get into this low pass section where I think the bass and just the drums really shine, and obviously that leaves more space if somebody wanted to put vocals on it. But it's still got the body, it's still got the melody, it's all there. Obviously I put the tube EQ and the expander on my drum bus, pretty standard. I think I've done quite a lot of videos about drums. I'll link some of them in that box thing up here, and you can go check them out. That's definitely a new way that I kind of knew about it before, but I hadn't properly used it and got it this good, I think, until now. So if you want to see more videos like this, definitely drop those down in the comments. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do on Friday, so yeah, maybe send some suggestions in the comments on my Instagram. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe because that would really help me out. And yeah.